Hello and welcome to Matt Loves Eurovision. It's my Eurovision 2024 Top 37 countdown, place number 16, Poland, Luna, Witała. Please do click on the subscribe button, ring that notification bell and like, share and comment below. A link to the music video is in the description, as is a link to my blog post. Now, in terms of population, Poland is the biggest country never to have won adult Eurovision yet, though they did come closest on their debut in 1994 when they were runners-up. That's 30 years ago now. Since then, they've only finished twice more in the top 10. And the recent form has been quite patchy, with 3 years non-qualifying between 2018 and 2021. And then they've now had 2 qualifications on the bounce now. And with some big changes in the broadcaster following a change of government, the channel had increasingly become sort of just a government mouthpiece. Will their pick for this year, Luna, continue Poland's qualification run? Well, Luna is the professional name of Ola Wilgemas. She's a singer-songwriter who's been active since about 2018. She first released a single in latter part of 2020, first album or solo album so far in 2022. She was internally selected to be Poland's entry for Eurovision 2024, and she won by she was one of 23 songs, I think, shortlisted, and then it was a selection panel, an internal selection panel that then ranked those songs. But the Polish broadcaster has been a bit more open about all the songs that were there and how they ranked, and also the individual jurors. Now, she won by a single point over Justyna Stefkowska's Witcher Taraho, which had got quite a bit of excitement in the fandom who had spotted this song earlier and wondered whether it would be a candidate, and there was rumours. Anyway, it lost out by just a single point to Witała. But unfortunately, this has not led to a lot of controversy this year, or certainly it seems to me anyway. Unlike last year when the whole process stunk to high heaven, and also why the newly reformed broadcaster changed the selection format and was a lot more open about how they came to select this particular song and what the scores of all the jurors were, to be much more kind of transparent, because yes, last year was not great for how things were done. Now, Luna describes her style as cosmic pop, and one of her biggest inspirations is the Icelandic singer Björk. And I think you can think both of those sort of things are borne out in the Tower. There's a sort of very dreamy, sort of airy lightness to it, both in the production and also Luna's sort of vocals and her vocal style. There's also some electronic pop sort of influences in there, and it's all very kind of radio car friendly kind of entry. Luna is one of the co-writers, along with 2 UK songwriters, and indeed one of those UK songwriters is also the producer. And I think that may well account for why this does feel, to me, something like you would hear on the radio in the UK. Now, given my placing, I do obviously enjoy this song, but in terms of how it will actually do at Eurovision, I'm a bit more uncertain. If you look at the scoreboard app, it's not particularly high. Not right at the bottom, but not high, not particularly high at all. But when you look at the semi-final only version of the app, and also then you take a look at the betting odds, both of those have this in a qualifying position, although not kind of super high up in the necessarily in the qualifying odds, but at least it's going through according to them. But I think actually the live vocals, the overall impact in the running order, and critically how much the Polish diaspora get out to vote are all going to be key in whether this qualifies or not. Now, I thought Luna's vocals were fine at London Eurovision, but I think others have been more critical, saying that they were sounding tired out. And she pulled out of the last 2 pre-parties to rest her vocals. It's probably quite wise, given that the rehearsal schedule is quite punishing once they do get to the contest. Now, running order wise, this is not in a good spot in the running order. It's in the sixth place, and it's sandwiched between 2 of the big favourites to go through, which are Ukraine and Croatia. And so there is a real chance that it could kind of get a bit swallowed up and forgotten. On the other hand, Luna should be able to count on at least some diaspora and neighbour votes. And there are a lot of those kind of diaspora neighbours in this semi. So we have UK, Ireland, Iceland, Lithuania and Ukraine all traditionally tend to give televote points to Poland. So if they give them in big enough numbers, it may be enough to get them through. But I think it's going to be quite touch and go to see whether or not this does go through or not. But what do you think? As always, please do let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you again next time.